This is how I make my carrot cake pancakes. Yes, you heard it right. It's a pancake recipe that uses a carrot cake recipe's proportion. Here are some organic carrots that I got from the community supported agriculture that I participate as a core farmer. These carrots are very different from the regular ones I get in the supermarket. They are smaller, but they are also more tender. You can peel the carrots or not. Sometimes the carrot skin has some rubbery taste, but I tried this one and I think it's okay. Edible stuff should not be wasted. Just wash them very well and slice them up. I'm using a slicer, but you could just use a knife to chop it. Well, it's going to blend anyway. Now, Brazilian carrot cake recipes usually tell how many carrots are needed for the cake. I just used 2 of my carrots. I'm weighing in here just for the recipe. I use around 90 grams. Usually I would use a conventional blender to do the cake, but with small quantities like this recipe, I use a mini food processor. I'll place all the liquid ingredients to help it blend really smooth. Here goes the egg, the canola oil, and white sugar. Just 2 spoons of sugar will be enough. There's plenty of sugar in these carrots already. Now let's blend it until you get that very traditional orangey color that will enchant our dish. American carrot cakes normally have a lot of spices that take away that natural color of the carrot. I can't mix the flour in the food processor because it would be too aggressive and it would develop the gluten of the flour. So, place it in a container and mix the flour, add a pinch of salt, baking powder, then mix with something. Well, in my case, I'm using chopsticks, but you do you. I think it's too dry. I adjust with some water until I get a texture like this. The amount of water will change. It depends of how much water content there is in the carrot you are using. Now let it rest for a while. The flour will get hydrated and it will improve texture. You can use this moment to prepare your chocolate frosting. I'm going for a very simple one. Add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder and a splash of hot milk until you can dissolve everything. And before it goes to room temperature, add the brown sugar, a bit of salt, and a tiny bit of butter. The butter will give a glossy color to the frosting and it will help with the thickening as it cools. Now for these pancakes, turn the stove on medium heat. I use a non-stick pan for this job. As the batter already has fat in it, I don't need to put more on the pan to make each one. I like to make pancakes of the size of the spatula. I place them like this so I can have free working space to do the flipping. To cook pancakes, it's important to wait until it gets firmer before flipping. To know this moment, I just need to wait until I see bubbles on the batter. I can see that around the pancakes. Another tip is that you can spot the surroundings of the pancakes are cooked too. See? Now flip. Let it sit for a minute and you can take it out. It will finish its cooking process as it cools down. You can make bigger ones too. They are harder to flip and it takes a while longer, but the same trick works. Just look for the signals. Flip this one too, let it there for a minute and place it with the others. With everything done, you can serve as you want. For the thumbnail picture, I peeled them up, but you can eat the way you want it. Nothing screams more carrot cake for me than a glaze of this chocolate dripping. And it's not traditional, but I love a spoon of this Brazilian cream cheese we call requeijão. It's savory and sweet, and you know what? I kinda enjoyed the lumpiness of the chocolate dripping because it gives some chocolatey surprise for each slice, turning each bite different. I love it. Am I the only one that realized just now that the name pancake comes from the words pan and cake? Blew my mind.